Hey, what's up, guys? It's PK Patel and
John Matthews.
coming at you with another awesome strategies on drawing cash off your business credit cards. This time, we're going to talk about a vital strategy, and I've made a living on this over the last decade. This is probably the best strategy. This is the one that I use most frequently. This is my go to strategy. What about you, Johnny?
Balance transfer checks from business credit cards into bank account.
That's it. Literally, that is the entire video. We could stop right here, but there's certain details that I want to give you guys on how you go about getting these. And if you have brand new accounts, you're likely not going to get them. However, let's give them some tips, Johnny, on what they could do to induce the lender to send these to them.
So, your business balance transfer checks, they're going to look just like the balance transfer checks we talked about in the previous video on personal credit cards. The business balance transfer checks are going to be issued from your business credit card company, and you can deposit these checks right into your bank account, which puts a balance on your business credit card, oftentimes at 0% interest. If you want to get these checks issued from the business credit card issuers, you have to responsibly manage your business cards, oftentimes for 6 months. After 6 months of responsible use, business card issuers will typically start extending balance transfer offers as well as balance transfer checks. Responsible management includes using your accounts and always making your payments on time. Guys, don't let your cards collect dust. At least buy something small once a month. If you don't have any planned expenses for these business cards after they're approved, at least keep them active. Get at least one purchase on a monthly and make a payment on the card each month, and always make payments on time. A card that doesn't get payments made on it monthly isn't building payment history. A credit card that's 6 months old that's never had payments on it might as well be brand new because there is no payment history yet. So make payments each month, even if it's a small payment.
Yep. So keep active, on time payments is what goes under managing them responsibly, right?
You got it.
And now, let's say I got a brand new portfolio of business credit cards. Are they going to send me this like the following week?
Probably not.
What kind of history are you seeing before lenders send these kinds of checks to you?
Historically, on average, 6 months before you start getting access to this stuff. I've had some customers in the past who have received these checks after just 3 months of responsible use. It's uncommon, but it's typically 6 to 12 months responsible use before you get access to these checks.
Cool. So it's and the strategy is what? Just taking these checks and dropping them in your business bank account. That's it, right?
Yep, then you
So
got cash on hand, the balance carried on your business credit card.
here's the check. Pay to blank, and then amount blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my version of check. What do you think?
That's exactly a check.
So uh, that's and people get confused by this, Johnny, because they're like, "Really? Is it really that simple, PK?" Uh, and that's why I'm drawing it out because it literally this is it. I mean, you have to spend no time doing this. Just visit your bank and drop that check in your bank account. Can it go into a business bank account that owns the check?
The balance transfer check can go into any bank account. If you wish, you're welcome to send me your balance transfer checks written out to my name and I'll deposit them for you. But the balance transfer checks can be deposited into any bank account. Your bank account, a contractor's bank account, anyone's bank account.
All right, so I'm going back to this one from Associated Bank. This one belongs to me, and I've got just slightly over $100,000 limit on this thing. Usually, what I do is I'll keep it under a certain amount. I personally don't like to exceed 50%. So I'll take like $49,000. Write this out for $49,000. And I'll write it to any one of my companies. Usually it's the same company that owns it. So this name, I know it's redacted, but it would have been Standard Holdings. And I would just write it out to the same company, and I have never had an issue. They've never counted that as a cash advance. They've never charged me any more. And look at this killer offer, Johnny. It's 0% for 18 months until July of 2021.
With a 1.99% fee?
Yes. And I've been doing this and hopping this $49,000 balance back and forth between my multiple portfolio of credit cards for the last decade.
So if we annualize that out, 1.99% over 18 months, I believe that annualizes out to about 1.67% interest annually. So you're holding cash $49,000 at 1.67% interest annually for several years?
For a decade, Johnny.
Using a credit card.
Since 2010. Yeah. And, you know, guys, it didn't start off with a $100,000 limit. They gave me $5,000 on this. That's all they gave. When I was brand new, this card was $5,000. And slowly, I've gotten credit limit increases. And over the years, this thing has gotten to, I don't even know what the limit is, because I've got like a whole portfolio of these things. I've got maybe a dozen of them. So this thing is gold, guys. I mean, you want money at below prime rates. I mean, the government doesn't even offer 1.67. Banks can't even borrow at 1.67%. But you can if you use these cards responsibly. So, you know, live example. And this is actually, I got one more thing to show everyone. This is actually what it looks like when you cash one of these checks. This is the second page of a statement from Associated Bank on a check that I cashed back in, I think it was early 2019, so about a year ago. I cashed this check, and it was for $27,000, right? Actually, back then the check was like $30,000, but I've been making payments on it. It's on auto pay, and look what it says. It says this balance was a balance transfer right here, and all of it is subject to 0% interest, and it even tells me when it expires. July of 2020. So what's this, March of 2020? So in 4 months, I've got this balance coming due where they're going to start charging me interest. But guess what I'm going to do?
When that 0% period expires on this balance transfer offer from the balance transfer check, I bet you're probably going to pay off that balance by transferring the debt to a different account at 0%.
Yes, sir. I've actually set a calendar reminder, Johnny. That's tip number 3. Set reminder. In my case, it's going to go off sometime early part of June, so 6/1 of 2020. I'm going to get a pop-up calendar reminder on my phone that says, hey, dummy, pay off that associated account if you don't want to eat all that interest. And I'm going to just use whatever balance transfer checks I have available from another credit card company to send them a check for the entire balance in June, so I never ever get hit, and I just keep kicking this thing down the road at, what do we calculate? 1.67% interest. This is the holy grail, guys. This is the strategy that I've used to build a real estate empire. If you guys manage your cards responsibly, this is what you have to look forward to. And I wish this upon everyone that's watching this. I mean, it gets fun, doesn't it? When you get to this level and you're getting random business balance transfer checks and you're able to borrow under 2 points. Anything else, Johnny?
These balance transfer checks, when they arrive in the mailbox, you can take these checks to the bank and deposit them at midnight if you wanted to. So, on-demand loans, No credit check, no credit review. When you want money, take that check straight to the bank, deposit it. There's your money.
Depositing checks at midnight? I'm too old for that, Johnny. I'm too old for that. These young whippersnappers here. But I got nothing else, guys. Pay attention to this strategy. It's going to make you a ton of money and cut your borrowing costs by a significant margin. We had a client that had one of those ACH loans, right? And we just showed him this strategy, and he cut his borrowing costs by, I think his payment was 1/18th. He was paying 18 times more on ACH loans. This strategy, he's able to cut it down to 1/18th of what his payment was before. So, I can't stress how excited I am for all of you guys and how cool this strategy is. So, use it, and once you guys use it, let us know how it's working for you, and we look forward to hearing from you. Anything else?
Keep it up.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you in the next video.